What is going on, boys, and welcome back to the Washington Commanders fantasy franchise. This episode, we are going to finish out the preseason against the Chiefs and the Ravens before making the roster changes and depth chart changes, looking at free agency maybe. But yeah, we tied against the Panthers in our first preseason game. Some people definitely looked a lot better than others, I'll say that. But I'm going to be keeping all the depth chart stuff for now. After the preseason, I'm going to look at statistics and all that and change the depth chart. But let's get into the Chiefs game. We have a trade offer. I also probably have to deal with one or more trade offers for Trey Flowers. Borum wouldn't be bad, but I mean, this is a 75 corner. I'm pretty sure he's young as well. I'm okay. And I'm just going to quickly look through the Chiefs and the Ravens rosters before we get into their games. The Chiefs at quarterback, they have Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, they got him. They also have Dalvin Cook and Kenyon Drake. That is really good. Chris Godwin, that's super good. Marquez, how are they just signing all these players that they already have? I don't know. And Byron Pringle, he was also a Chief as well. Offensive line, Jordan Mailata, that's pretty good. Joe Thuney, that's really good. Frank Ragnour, that's really... Shaq Mason, holy crap, everything except for right tackle is incredible. Wow. Grady Jarrett, wow, this is going to be a scary team come playoff time. Luckily, we're not in their conference. Not as... I mean, they got Tyree Wilson. They don't exactly have a great defense. Denzel Ward's there. That's really good. And... yeah, I mean, they really put everything... They also have Justin Tucker. They put everything into offense. And let's go look at the Ravens. They have Taysom Hill. So, yeah... that's not great. They do have Gardner Minshew as well. Jonathan Taylor, that's really good. Christian Kirk, they gave Davis, but he's injured. Will Fuller, Sky Moore as well. So, pretty good team for the Ravens. Zach Martin, wow. Not a great line, but they do have Jordan Davis. Joey Bosa, that is very scary. And Jamel Dean, Logan Ryan, it's pretty okay. And yeah, that's it for our opponents. And not going to be, you guys aren't going to see the whole game because we have to get through 2 games, but I'm just going to show you the highlights. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Chiefs Stadium in the preseason, as we immediately see Hayden Hurst making a big play on 3rd and 7 to get us up to the 42. Almost did a somersault there as well. Josh Allen, he has to play for 3 quarters this time, or I guess next time. This game, he's only playing for 2, but good. Another completion to Hayden Hurst. Hayden Hurst is doing great so far. And Josh Allen throws a terrible pass. He could have thrown it over him, but still not good. It's Tristan Wirfs just standing there, but you do get him down at the 32. Josh Allen, not exactly a good pass. And now Patrick Mahomes going crazy. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, he catches that over the middle. We do it to get him down. And now Frank Ragnour is injured. That's big for them. It's really bad. And now, what a catch, but he was out of bounds. We pushed him out. We got very lucky there as they only got a field goal. And our very next drive, nice completion, as he almost broke the tackle, but number 20 Wilson got there. Josh Allen looking good. Oh yeah, on this play, he absolutely, human polar bear, ran past that guy, made him block for us on his own teammate, but eventually goes down. And yeah, Josh Allen looking great there. And another human polar bear, Josh Allen, just running right into the end zone. Hayden Hurst was there to block, but no one was there to stop him. No way. And Patrick Mahomes just throwing dimes over Sauce Gardner, of all people. And now Marquez is gone. Now on our next drive, Josh Allen throws another terrible pass. Don't know if he meant for it to go to that guy, but it did. And now the Chiefs have taken the lead, up by another 7. They get a 10-point lead, 17-7 now. And Josh Allen on the next drive again. Great pass to Olabisi Johnson, I believe, and he is gone. No one is catching him. Just an easy slant pass. They had no safeties in the backfield, and that is Olabisi Johnson. He is a good play. That's going to get him a much better role. And immediately right back, 2nd and 7, and they get a huge play. Luckily, Sauce Gardner is there to push him out. But Patrick Mahomes looking incredible. And they do get a touchdown. Marquez with his 2nd touchdown, I believe, so far in this game. And that puts the lead right back where it was. We're down by 10. Patrick Mahomes gets the ball back, and Dalvin Cook somehow gets wide open. I don't know how we're letting a running back get that wide open. And Shaq Mason is down. That's going to be terrible for the Chiefs. And the rest of the second quarter, we can just simulate. Chiefs just doing Chiefs stuff. Yeah, not looking too good for us, really at all. Do get some pressure, but Dalvin Cook just doing too much. And, yeah, I'm playing a lot of Dexter Lawrence. He's good. But, yeah, they get all the way down to the goal line. Timeout. Also almost the end of the second quarter. 16 seconds left. And I know they have no timeouts. They just got a penalty, and they get him taken back to the 13. So I'm like, as long as we keep him out, and we do, run out the clock, and we safely make it. Not really safely, but make it to the third quarter without making the deficit even worse. As, oh yeah, here, Aquara, he gets 2 back-to-back sacks on Mason Rudolph. I thought he was about to pull off his helmet and hit him in the head on the next play. But we do make the punt, and now we have Matt Stafford out and immediately throws to Ian Thomas, backup tight end. He gets wrecked, but good play up to the 21. But we do have to settle for a field goal, which Jake Elliott absolutely shanks. But either way, we're getting lots of pressure on Mason Rudolph, but wide open field somehow, and Mason Rudolph goes all the way up to the 32. I mean, someone needs to take their helmet off. Maybe just take Mason's helmet off. I don't know what that lag was for. But we stop him on 4th and inches. Andy Reid wanted to go for it on 4th and inches. Didn't get it. And Matt Stafford back out now. Not looking too good, but we get a nice, easy completion to end the third quarter with someone. I forgot their name. And here, bad pass. Really bad pass. I thought we can get him down on like the 1. But he breaks a tackle and goes all the way up to the 15. Just a bad play by Matt Stafford. As they get another injury. They're getting a lot of injuries here. And Mason Rudolph throws the best pass to us. And we barely get it. I don't even know if it was in, but Hartsfield, who knows who he is? Now we know who he is. He got the interception. Good for him. And immediately, this guy, I don't know who that is, absolutely head taps number 20, and Khalil Herbert, easy run right into the end zone, and we nearly tie it, and interception, and I also want to see this, absolutely turns the man around, puts him on the ground right after the interception, and this drive ends up in a Ian Thomas touchdown, and we have taken the lead with a minute left in the third quarter. And they're also playing Doug Goose, actually fourth quarter, never mind, they're playing Doug Goose to celebrate, as we are about to win this game, is what I would have said if Mason Rudolph wasn't an absolute god and just goes right over number 38 Hartsfield, who got the interception to start off this whole chain of us like going on the score. But luckily, a couple nice plays over the middle. We have all of our timeouts. Matthew Stafford making good enough plays, Ian Thomas catching the ball, and Jake Elliott, game tire, as we end up getting our second preseason tie of the preseason. Ron Ver is not too happy, but I found it hilarious. I was laughing for like 10 minutes after that, just that we got an extra tie. But now onto our third preseason game, maybe we could tie this one as well against the Ravens, and we immediately start out with a fumble, but the Ravens pick it back up, and they also have Taysom Hill. They have a quarterback playing, or a tight end playing quarterback, as we get another fumble, but they pick it up again, as Taysom Hill is actually doing a really good job, mainly running the ball. They also have Jonathan Taylor as well, and somehow this pass interference, I don't understand, but get an interception, it's penalized, and now Jonathan Taylor just quickly dives into the end zone. Yeah, not a great series of plays by us, but we do have Josh Allen for 3 quarters this time, as nice completion to number 5. Don't know who number 5 is, but probably a starter, because I haven't seen them much. But Hayden Hurst looking great, up to the 7. Jordan Davis, their number 1 defensive lineman, is out now. That is bad for them. Jamal Williams, though, falls into the end zone, and we take a tie. Is it tied? I think it's tied. 7-7. No, we missed the field goal. Or extra point. My bad. And Jonathan Taylor just gets an easy 40 yards. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. This team is bored. And they can only run the ball because of their playbook. And it's not working too well as we get an interception here. Number 7. And he is going all the way. And there's Taysom Hill, the tight end. And we try to juke him. We probably just could have ran in. But Taysom Hill is apparently too fast. As Hayden Hurst gets a good play, gets past his linebacker, and makes it into the end zone. We get the lead, but we miss another extra point. And, yeah. So they take the lead back. Yeah, it's not great. We really need to get these extra points if we want to stay competitive in this game, especially if they're doing all that. As we get a 4th down, I believe, there. Josh Allen's 2nd and 14 now. Over the top to Hayden Hurst. Up to the 10. 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Hayden Hurst is having a really good game. As we get a nice easy pass to number 4, Curtis Samuel. Easy. And the rest of this, the 2nd quarter wasn't really that good. They were driving down the field, though. I mean, Taysom Hill is surprisingly good. And they make the field goal. It's 19-17 now. Who would have thunk it? As we do have to punt, they fumble and we get it, but unfortunately that's halftime. But next third quarter, Jamal Williams gets a nice gain on 4th and inches. He's having a good game, and Jake Elliott, he can't make an extra point, but he can make a 50-yard field goal. Makes sense. And now Taysom Hill throws over the middle to Jonathan Taylor, and he nearly jukes out our entire defensive backfield, but it's fine. And Taysom Hill trying to scramble out, and easiest pick of his life. And number 6 getting another pick, real nice and easy, as we could have taken it back there. I looked back at that play. We could have taken it back. We had the angle, as that offensive line that tackled us, he stopped as we get the lead, expanding it 25-17 now. 7 minutes left in the game. As number 12, we trip him up barely. He could have been gone, but Gardner Minshew is now in. We also have Matt Stafford, and Gardner Minshew apparently is the next coming of Lamar Jackson. Just not even fumbles, gets up to the 2. I don't understand this. The Ravens don't even need a good quarterback. They just need to be able to run the ball, which they do, and they get a touchdown with Sky Moore. And let me prepare you with a pumple. Well, let me prepare you for the next couple plays with a couple of punts, because these next couple plays are pretty insane. Just let me calm you down with a couple punts before this happens. As this is 4th quarter, 3.5 minutes left. We punt it to the Ravens, and they take it. And that should have been a penalty, but it wasn't a penalty. Gardner Minshew throws a nice little interception to us. As Logan Wilson, he's celebrating. There's no way they catch him, and Gardner Minshew gets him at the 1. I mean, I looked back. The ball was over the line. I don't know how. And then we somehow throw an interception. It's tipped. And number 55, he's gone, except for this little man right here, Khalif Raymond. He catches him almost at the 50 as the Ravens get the ball. But luckily, Gardner Minshew, 2nd straight interception, 3rd straight interception, based on plays. And, oh my God, this guy shoves a man into his teammate to get the block. This guy, we break him so that Gardner Minshew gets blocked as well, and then we nearly slide the distance of the end zone. I mean, Trey Flowers, people have been trying to trade for him, and we are not going to let that happen. He is ours. And finally, we don't get an interception, but we get head tapped. Yeah, I don't know how we could hang onto that ball, but luckily I don't come out in onside field kick. Welp, here we are at the end of the preseason, and that Chiefs game that was pretty funny. Getting 2 ties, and the win against the Ravens. We are 1-0-2 to end the preseason, but we do need to cut 3 players from this roster, and I think it should be pretty easy. Ooh, that's really tempting to cut Jerick McKinnon. I don't think I'm going to. But, I mean, yeah, bench QB, we already have 4 active. Why is he here? Duke Ejiofor, I mean, he's our second left outside linebacker. I don't think I can cut him. Bo Melton, he had a bad play, really bad play, but he also had a really good play. I thought I would keep him around. He has 94 speed, 93 excel. I could move him to the practice squad, actually. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That makes sense. And then one more, 4th DT. Yeah, you can go. And here we are. We have trade offers for Flowers. I don't even know why he's still on the trade block, because he had a good game. Really good game. And yeah, I'm not accepting any of these. I think I'm just going to take him off the trade block, but I also need to make some depth chart changes, and I'll talk to you about all the notable ones in a second. Now, first off, we are going to have Khalil Herbert starting over Jerick McKinnon. And Khalil Herbert, he's younger, and he had an incredible preseason. I mean, some of the plays he was making that were awesome. Jerick McKinnon, he is 79 overall, 2 overalls higher than Khalil, but he's an old guy. I don't exactly know how old he is. I can't even check their player card. But he has 8 XP. He's an old running back, and he's going to be leaving the team pretty quickly, I'd assume. So Khalil Herbert is getting the start over him. Jamal Williams is obviously number 1 at 83 overall. Now, interesting, we don't actually have 6 wide receivers, so we do have a tight end at our number 6 spot. But I think that should be fine. Our top 3, they're really good, all in the lower to mid 80s. And then Khalif Raymond, who's a really good backup. And then also Olabisi Johnson, who I saw some pretty good plays from in the preseason. He's also a future starter, so I'm liking him. One thing is that Will Anderson is going to be starting, even though he is a rookie. He is going to be starting at right end, because, I mean, we don't really have any competition. I could put Logan Wilson there, but I have him at left end because there's really not much there, just as a good backup. But, yeah, Will Anderson is going to be starting there. Sauce Gardner's obviously our number 1 cornerback, and everyone's here is just there. Trey Flowers, I did really like him. I don't know why he's under Deonte Banks. Deonte Banks had a bad play, so he's going to be going down. Brandon Facyson, I doubt that he's going to get the start at any time over Deonte Banks, but if Deonte Banks continues to not do as good, might have to bring him up. He is also, I mean, they are both scheme fits, and they all are both very young. Brandon Facyson is just a bit older, but yeah. And I believe that is all the important ones, all the important things that you need to know. Otherwise, that's it. I do want to let you know that you know how I was going to do like the series along with the Wizards in the NBA. I'm going to do that, but I think it would be fun to like match up the dates like with what they are, and since the NBA season starts a bit later in October than the NFL season, there's going to be like I think 4 or 5 episodes of just NFL before we meet them in mid-October and start to do that like at the same time, you know. So I think that should be fun, you know, like when the NBA finals are going on, the free agency and draft is happening in Madden, and I think it's an interesting thing that I think I'm doing. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you next Madden video. Peace. We're also playing the Jaguars next week.